Thank you. All right, welcome to Tuesday morning yoga. Let's settle into a comfortable seat. Tune in to the room around you to begin with. Kind of look around your room, feel into the space around you, and then let yourself settle into your seat. And let yourself sit inside the memories of this space, the past, in the room you're in. And feel into the energy of that. And as you sit here, you can also probably glance forward to moments in the future that you will spend in this space. So we feel into the past. We may even anticipate the future. And then we come back to this present moment. And we land here in this space, in our bodies, inside the physical sheath of our body, this Annamaya kosha. The body that is made of food. The bones, the flesh, blood. And feel into your legs and your feet, your pelvis and how it sits. Your spine, how your head rests at the top of the spine. Feel into your shoulders, your arms and your hands. This physical body. Now tune in to the breath. Notice where it enters the body. Feel the breath inside your nostrils, your nasal passages. Notice the breath in your throat and your lungs. Feel for the breath in the front chest. In the side ribs. In the back ribs. Feel the whole umbrella of this rib cage opening on the inhale and relaxing on the exhale. Follow the breath deeper into the abdomen, the side waist, and the low back. And breathing into your abdomen. Invite the breath to roll up your back body. In following the breath like this, we're feeling into the pranamaya kosha, the energy body. Notice how the breathing impacts your nervous system. Does the breathing cause stress, or does it help you relax? And if it's causing stress, see if you can relax the breath a little bit. Invite the mind to ride the waves of breath. The pranamaya kosha is made up of all the energy workings in your body. The movement of prana on the breath, the movement of energy through your nervous system. Feel into this sheath of who you are. Notice how the annamaya kosha and the pranamaya kosha are interwoven. You feel the sensations of the energy body in your physical body. And as we do so, the mind is concentrated on these koshas. Now take a few steps outside of yourself and watch the mind interacting with your physical body and your energy body. Invite the mind to concentrate on observation. And realize that your mind is the part of you that senses the outer world, that senses the physical body, that notices cold and heat, tension and relaxation. It's also the part of you that has thoughts trail through and distract you this direction and that direction. And it's also the part of you witnessing the mind at work. The manamaya kosha. And sometimes we can draw the mind into the energy body and the physical body to take a break from all the distracting thoughts. And when the mind settles, we can feel into the Jnanamaya kosha, the intuitive wisdom body. To our deep knowing, our gut reactions. When the mind settles, we know this wisdom body better. And we can act from it. And it is this wise one that helps us connect with the energy that flows through us always. The bright light that can guide us. The Anandamaya kosha, the bliss body. Our intuitive sheath can help us open to this Anandamaya kosha, this joy and bliss of being, and of being interconnected with all other living beings. Let's inhale our hands to our hearts. May we feel into our koshas in this practice today, so that leaving class, we know ourselves better. We feel into all these sheaths of our beings. Namaste. Okay, let's come to standing. And today, as we begin our warm up, let's notice which sheaths we most easily attune to as we begin to sway back and forth, inviting our shoulders to stretch away from the opposite feet. Fluid breath. It's very interesting to be in this yoga teacher training because I see my own habits that my teachers would have said, you need to change that languaging. So I told someone, it's not that foot, it's your foot when you're giving the instruction. And then I noticed in our practice in the beginning, I was saying that and the. Let your feet land. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, bring your hands towards the earth. Teaching can help keep us humble. Fluid breath. Feet wide open. Let your bones float out into the far reaches of your myofascial matrix. Feel for the fingers floating away from the palms. The arms floating away, the arm bones from the shoulders. The ribs stretching apart and coming closer again. Hands towards earth, reverse the circle. And remember, you can always bend at the elbows if your shoulders are sore. The hands do not have to reach out to 100% effort. We're just warming up. It's more of a sensation of inviting the bones to float inside this myofascial matrix of our Annamaya kosha. One more. Inhale up and release your hands down and let your arms begin to gently spin around your body. And as we come into this release and this gentle twist, feel into your physical body. Notice what's here. And if you find tension in specific places, breathe into those. Invite the prana to come in and massage those areas open, releasing any blockages to the energy flow. Let the front hand come up and tap the lung, back hand tap the kidney. And we invite in Qigong, knocking on the door of life. Feel how your feet respond to the twist. Your knees, your hips. Notice if you twist more easily in one part of your spine. Let your physical body know, I see you. I feel you. I'm here. I'm paying attention. Let go the arms, your arms, fluid breath. And soften the twist until you come back to stillness. Palms next to your hips. Inhale. Find a lift to the heart. Roll forward. Bring the backs of your hands together. Inhale. Lift your heart. Exhale. Roll forward. Fluid breath. Feel for the vertebrae. Move. Take your time in the roll so you can feel the stretch between vertebrae. Invite the breath into the body to help release stagnant energy. Inhale, a pause to the lifting heart. Root the four corners of both feet. Allow the shoulders, your shoulders, to rest open. Exhale, roll forward. Pause in the forward roll. Breathe into your back ribs. Breathe into the back heart. Fluid breath. Release your tailbone earthward, your crown, and begin to roll again. Inhaling and exhaling. Good morning. Physical body and breath body. Come back up to standing. Take 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, rock step. Let yourself just rock. Invite your arms to swing forward and back with your rock. And unlike Qigong, let's lift up onto the front foot with a little bounce and come back, lifting the front foot off the ground, allowing for some dynamic movement. And rock step, wide enough to float forward into your warrior one, lifting your arms skyward. Draw your arms into a cactus position and fold forward toward your humble warrior. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, root from the pelvis into your feet, lengthening the spine out of the hips. And reach the arms alongside your ears if that's available to you. Float back up, opening your heart skyward. And exhale, release, straightening your front leg. Turn your palms forward, shoulders on the back body. Lean forward towards your Parsvottanasana. Now, don't make this a deep one yet. Root the four corners of your foot. Stretch out through your crown. And lift up, opening the arms skyward. Again, turn to the other side. And rock step. Arms swing forward and back. Maybe there's a little hop forward and back. We feel into opening the body with a little dynamic movement. And then we take our rock step wide enough to settle the front knee forward over the second and third metatarsals, inhaling the arms rise. Exhaling cactus position with your arms. Lean forward into your humble warrior. Remember, you're not dropping the spine forward and coming down to look at the ground, kinking your neck. Root the whole circumference of your back heel. Lengthen the spine in line with the back leg. Don't hinge too far forward. You're still bowing towards earth. Shoulder blades strong on the back. Waking up the large muscles of the legs, hugging in the banks of your river. If it's comfortable, stretch your arms long beside your ears. Turn your palms towards each other or even back behind you. Inhale, lift into your warrior one. Deep, fluid breath. And exhale, come back to center. Step your feet together, mountain pose. Smile across the collarbones, shoulder blades, magnetic, wide on your back. Palms turning forward. fluid breath. There are two mallards on the turtle's deck on the pond. The turtle hasn't gotten to use its deck in 2 days. Shoulder blades strong on the back. Step your feet wide. Turn your feet out and bend. Knees out over second metatarsals. Inhale, float, arms up. Exhale, open them, cactus. Inhale today into the back body, bringing your pinkies together. Exhale the movement, lift your heart. Inhale into the front heart. Exhale the movement. Inhale, fill the shape with breath. And feel how your Annamaya Kosha and Pranamaya Kosha work together. Invite the mind to observe what's happening in the physical and energy bodies. And ask yourselves, where can I relax into the practice? Let go tension that may be causing blockages to the energy. Next time you open the heart skyward, stretch the hands, reach through each finger, fist the hands, draw the elbows down, lift the hands, lift the heels, and draw it down. And inhale, exhale. And maybe you bend a little deeper into the hip opener. Maybe that's not accessible to you. Maybe you lift up out of it a little more. You decide in your own unique body. Fluid breath, even as we stretch the myofascial web open. And release, heels, straightening legs, turn your feet forward and take the right heel back, turning left toes forward. Bend into warrior two. Stretch out through your arms. And in honor of Marv today, let's let our arms relax. Let them become really loose at the wrist and elbow. Relax, open around the collar. See how much you can release into your warrior two, especially in the upper body. Relax your arms as if they were resting on water. Feel into your Annamaya Kosha, your Pranamaya Kosha in this pose. Notice if your Manamaya Kosha, your mind can rest into observation. Where can you relax in the posture? Turning the front palm up, lift into your dancing warrior. Pause again, releasing the collar. And then bring your left forearm forward and your back arm alongside your ear and bow heart towards earth and lift your heart towards the heavens. And feel into this long side angle pose, Parsvottanasana. Undulating the body. Feel how the fascia gets stretched around the bone. The beauty of our Annamaya Kosha, our physical bodies. Coming back up, rainbow your top arm over in your Parsvottanasana. Breathe into the right side body. Let it float skyward. As you exhale, extend and expand your side body. Breathe space between the ribs. Release your hip away from your hand. Exhale, root into your feet. Float up into your warrior two. Straight front leg, turn it in. Take the right foot straight forward. Left heel back, open into your star pose. Bend into your warrior two. And let your arms undulate. Really try to see if they can become watery and your shoulders can relax down. Qigong meets yoga, fluid breath. Four corners of your feet grounding. Balance to the inner and outer arches of the feet. And inhale and exhale as you rest your arms on water and release into the pose. This time, come back to your energy body, your pranamaya kosha. Feel where the breath goes. Invite the breath deeper. Now feel into the joints of your hips. Find balance around the femur bones. You may need to move your pelvis around a little to feel for space in the joints. And float, front palm skyward, dancing warrior. Relax your collar. Where does the breath go? Exhale, fold forward to hand or forearm, reaching the left fingertips away from the outer edge of the left foot. Exhale, heart towards earth. Inhale, heart towards the heavens. Breathe, fluid breaths. Lowering the heart earthward, feel the back body stretch. Inhaling the heart skyward, expand across the shoulders. Undulate at your own pace with your own breath. We're not in a rush. We're here getting to know ourselves better. Float back up and rainbow your top arm over so you can breathe deep and lift the left side body. Relax fingers away from the outer edge of the foot. And exhale, float up into your dancing warrior. Relax your collar. And jaw relaxed. Breath pulsing inside you. Can you relax in the lower body and invite the prana deep into your roots? Float back up into your warrior two. Straightening the front leg, turn it in, and step your feet together, mountain pose. Pausing in mountain, balance into the full circumference of your heels. Feel for the breath. Now take your right arm across your torso, hold it with your left hand, and draw the arm to the left, drawing it back in toward your chest and gently releasing it down towards the earth. Bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. Breathe into the right shoulder, the right neck, perhaps looking out over your right or your left shoulder, nodding your head. Bring the head back up and release the arm. Take your left arm across the body, stretch it over with your right hand. Draw your arm back towards your heart and down towards earth. Breathe deep into the left shoulder. Lower your right ear towards your right shoulder. Breathe into the left neck. Perhaps look out over your right shoulder and nod yes. And float back up and release and roll Your left shoulder up, back, and down, and then your right, and roll side to side. And feel into inviting energy into the shoulder joints, in around the shoulder blade. Remember, your subscapularis sits at the front of the shoulder blade. So if you looked through your rib cage, you would see the subscapularis on the front side of the shoulder blade. This is one of your rotator cuff muscles. You may feel it stretching as you circle your shoulders. Float your arms up. Remember, this is the muscle that helps you hug someone. Bring your arms forward in a circle and open them up. Lift your heart and pulse your hands together. And inhale, open, and exhale, pulse. Continue with that motion. Fluid breath. My daughter and her little dog are here today, so we're navigating more people in the house. Fluid breath. Stepping your feet closer together. Allow your arms to swing. Release the arms. Let some energy move through the arms into the hand. Now notice if your hands are swinging back too hard and you feel some tension or tenderness in the front of the rotator cuff, make the swinging a little smaller. And if it feels okay to you, you can keep a little bit more rigorous movement in the swing. So you take care of your own shoulders. Remember, we're releasing the humerus bone, this long arm bone that goes down to the elbow, out of the shoulder girdle. So there's space for the swing. And relax. Feel into your hands and your arms. And let's take ourselves to the wall to bring our hands high up the wall, wider than your shoulders. Come up onto the balls of your feet and slowly bring your heels down towards the floor. As you lower the heels, feel for a stretch in your myofascial matrix. Particularly feel for your rib or your vertebrae releasing away from each other as the pelvis lowers towards the ground and the shoulders and fingers stay high. When you've made it to the ground, lift the heels again and slowly lower. Continue to feel into how the breath can massage the physical body to help you open. And let's do this one more time, lifting up and releasing the heels down. Now, invite the arms to flow down the wall and your hips to flow back for half dog. Come on to your fingertips on the wall. Remember, your hands are wider than your shoulders, just a little bit wider. Take your head towards the wall and then take your head away from the wall and feel how this is a gentle stretch for the shoulders and the upper back. Head towards the wall, your arms stay long, and then away from the wall. Pause as you stretch the hips back away from the shoulders away from the hands, and breathe into the myofascial opening. A few three-dimensional breaths into the back body. Feel how woven together the Annamaya and Pranamaya koshas are. Now inhale, let your shoulders integrate a little more. Lift the heart, lift the tail into your cow. Exhale, lifting the navel towards the spine, back body towards the sky. Breathe into the back body. Inhale, lengthen the front spine. Exhale, navel towards spine, spine towards sky. Inhale, lengthen out in your neutral spine and float one leg up behind you, warrior three. Ground all four corners of your standing foot. Reach the four corners out of the lifted leg and hug your side bodies in like banks to a river. And invite the prana to flow through your pose. Some of you may want to try floating your fingers off the wall. Fluid breath. And step back in towards the wall, hands at shoulder height. Your arm bones hanging along the side bodies. Isometrically draw your hands down towards your hips. Inhale, a lift to the heart. Root, tailbone, and pubic bone lengthen side bodies. Lengthen the neck. Soften the knees. Fluid, three-dimensional breath. Ask your mind to observe the posture and feel more deeply into the posture for the energy moving inside you. Exhale, release. Allow your arms to dangle beside you, shoulder blades firm on your back, mountain pose. Everybody, let your head roll forward and look towards your toes. Imagine you're a swan reaching for the grasses at the bottom of the pond. And now roll your neck up, roll your head so that it sits on top of the spine and you gaze out towards the mountaintop. Let the head rest back, the hyoid bone rest back. Head over heart, over pelvis, over center of the earth. Invite the hot air balloon to lift you. And as you're ready, lift onto your toes, hands back up high on the wall. Slowly lower your heels towards the floor. And as you're ready, lift again. And as you lower, take your time. Feel for stretching myofascia. Give your waistline a chance to expand and lengthen as you take vertebrae away from vertebrae. As you're ready, walk back into your half dog, coming to fingertips. Float the next leg up behind you. Stretch from the fingertips to the four corners of the lifted foot. Take a deep three-dimensional inhale. Exhale through your straw, lift the pelvic floor into the body, activate your transverse abdominis, and maybe float your fingers off the wall. Integrate the shoulders away from your ears. Fingers back to the wall, step down, step forward, hands at shoulder height. Draw the arms down as you lengthen into your standing cobra. Keep your pelvis centered. Let the heart opener come in the upper spine. Shoulder blades on the back helping to lift the heart. Fluid, three-dimensional breath. Release the back of the collar. Lengthen the neck. Your neck. Fluid breath. And release. Turn your back to the wall. Bring your shoulders open, broad across the wall. The head of your arm bones back towards the wall. Not everyone's arm bones will get there, but we use this as an opening awareness. Stand strong on both feet, knees soft. Three-dimensional breath. Keep the prana flowing as you put your weight on one foot and lift the knee. Coming back into your warrior three position in a different orientation with space. Some of you will straighten the lifted leg. Fluid breath. A great place to practice this strengthening of the quads, grounding to root to rise. Keep the spine long like we worked on. And bend your knee, step down, take it to the other side. The back body stays broad, the arms strong into the wall. Lift your next knee. And if you'd like to, straighten the leg. Really root to rise. Keep the heart lifting. Try to keep the head of the arm bones reaching back, but they're not squeezing together. They're not cracking a walnut. They're resting back. Root into your standing leg. Allow the lifted leg hips crease to lower a little bit. Bend your knee, step down. Bring your fingernails to the wall behind you and lean forward. So now you're the prow of a ship, leaning your heart forward of your feet. Breathe deep up into the heart center as you root your tailbone down to where the wall and the floor meet. Try not to flare your front ribs or hyperextend your knees. And breathe into the full circumference of your torso. Let the mind wander through the body, looking for places where you're holding tension and don't need it, perhaps in the collar, or the toes, or the jaw, or the belly. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale through your straw. Lift the pelvic floor into the body. Activate your glutes to support the container of your hips and lengthen the spine. And walk away from the wall. And pause in your mountain pose and notice if your arms float a little more freely, if your heart opens a little more easily. Let your head turn down again to look towards your toes. Think of how a swan's neck curls back. Lift your head out of the water, curl the head back, and roll your head on top of your spine. Heart, head over heart, over pelvis. Let yourself float here in space, hot air balloon lifting you, space between the vertebrae. Soften the hands. Relax the forearms, even shake them a little. Release the shoulders. Take another deep inhale. Exhale through your straw, lengthen the spine skyward. And relax into your mountain pose. Three-dimensional breath. Okay. Bring one hand to the wall, index finger pointing to 12 o'clock. Bring the other arm around your rib cage, your lowest ribs. And maintaining connection with each finger pad on the wall, begin to turn towards the center of the room. Those of you with shoulder issues, be careful here. Make sure your arm bone's integrated. Breathe into the opening chest. This is a stretch for our pectoralis minor. Fluid breath. You may feel the stretch in your forearm. You may even feel some tingling in your fingers. All of that's okay as long as you don't take it too hard. Come back towards the front and isometrically draw the hand on the wall down. Feel the muscles around your shoulder engage. Press the hand up the wall. Press the hand towards the pinky finger. Press the hand towards the thumb. Press up again and down again. Hold the down press. Let the arm on your ribs release out into a T to the other side. Palm down, press down with the floating hand. Take a few three-dimensional breaths. Feel into the strength around the shoulder blades and in the mid-back. And release. Roll both shoulders. Fluid breath. Okay, let's take it to the other side. Index finger points straight towards 12 o'clock. Make sure you're not hyperextending in the elbow. And bring the other arm across your ribs and turn towards the center of the room. Feel into the stretch in the armpit, in the front chest. Fluid, three-dimensional breath. The mind very engaged in noticing what's stretching, making sure there's no pinching. Feel how the breath itself can help deepen the stretch, deep into the tissue of the armpit, deep across the ribs. Come back to facing forward and isometrically draw the hand down and press the hand up and press it forward towards the thumb and back towards the pinky and up and down and forward and back and down and hold, floating the other arm out, palm down, press down with the other palm. Feel an engagement across your shoulder blades in the back, under your armpits. Relax the collar. You can even nod your head no to overactivating in the upper neck. The lower neck, upper back. And release. And roll both shoulders and shake your hands. Shake your forearms and bounce your body. Let go of tension. We're opening ourselves up today with a concentration on the upper body. Okay, we are going to come into this stretch one more time. Index finger towards the sky, hands around the ribs. Now turn your index finger to, what would it be, 2 o'clock. And begin to twist away from your hand. Again, turning your body towards the center of the room. Now, allow your knees to bend a little. See if that's okay in your shoulder. And stretch up. So I'll come a little closer to show you. My hand were on the wall. I'm just bending and lifting and feeling into, carefully, stretching in the shoulder, in the front chest, in the back body. I may asymmetrically pull down with my hand. I may sway my torso side to side. Move slowly enough that you can feel into what's happening and be careful of your shoulder joint. But really trying to open the myofascia around the shoulder. Now, keeping the hand on the wall, turn back to the front. And release the inside ear towards the shoulder. So let your head tilt away from the wall. Pause here for a few breaths. Release the collar. Look out over the shoulder towards the center of the room and nod yes. And release this arm. Feel your arms side to side. Notice a difference. Even after we've already done several other arm stretches, notice if there's a change in the fascial webbing side to side. Let your mind concentrate on what are the differences side to side. And feel for a moment into your intuitive body, your Jnana kosha. Are these stretches okay for you, or should you be modifying? Okay, take it to the other side. Index finger now turns to, it's my left hand, so I guess it kind of depends on your hand. Turn it out away from 12 o'clock so that your thumb starts to rise towards 12 o'clock. And bring the other hand around your rib cage, open towards the center of the room, and bend your knees and straighten your legs. And maybe lift your heart and look up towards the sky, or sway side to side slightly. Feel into your own arm and chest. What movement is okay for you to do? It's an exploration. Fluid breath. And turn back. Hand on the ribs comes to your side. Allow the ear to come down towards the shoulder, away from the wall. Breathe deep into the hand, the arm on the wall, into the neck that's stretching. Look out over the inside shoulder, nod yes. And release. Come back to your mat. And let yourself roll like water side to side. Fluid breath. Fluid motion. Roll one shoulder up, back and down, and then the other. Fluid. So you can go back to any of those stretches that feel good, or the balance work with this Padangusthasana against the wall, or you can lift up your strap. Oops, mine's in a circle. I need to undo. And take the strap wide. Hold the buckle side in one hand and open the other side and float the strap up overhead. Rooting into your feet, take the strap wide behind you. Okay, so you could do the work again at the wall if coming overhead doesn't feel good in your shoulders. Exhale the strap back down in front. And for a few motions, take the arms overhead. Let the strap slide through your hands so that the motion can be smooth. Come a little farther back, breathing up into the chest. Keep a container in the front ribs, so don't flare the front ribs open. Keep them connected to your hip pointers. Your Pilates square active, and float back down the front. And then again, coming up, go to the place that's comfortable for you. Some of you may be able to bring the arms all the way down the back body, float them back up and over again. So you really listen in. Feel how the pranamaya kosha and the annamaya kosha are responding to the movement. Let not only your mind catalog what's happening, but your intuition let you know, is this right for me or should I modify? How do we work to open the front chest and shoulders safely? Fluid breath. Pause wherever the stretch feels good in your body. You could always use like the strap of a robe or a belt if you have one. And exhale, release down. Now take the strap behind your back. Palms open back behind you, broaden across your collarbones. Really root the tailbone and pubic bone evenly, soft knees, and take the hands up behind you. Inhale, look out over your right shoulder. Release the collar. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, the arms reach back behind you, helping you open the front chest. Look out over the left shoulder. The right shoulder leans back. The strap doesn't have to move too far away from you, and it can move back as far as you have comfort. Release back to center. Make sure you're not opening the strap by doing this, okay? Keep your ribs contained, even if you don't go back as far. Inhale, look out over your right shoulder. Taking the hands back. Now the shoulders come a little closer to each other on the back, but they don't have to squeeze a walnut between them. Let the hyoid bone rest back and in. Release back to center. And inhale, look out over the other side. Knuckles reach away from shoulders so that the shoulders don't bunch up around your neck. A few fluid breaths. And release. Okay. Release the strap. And let's come down to the floor. Bring in a pillow if you use one. Have your yoga therapy ball with you. Blocks, a bolster, and your strap where you can reach it. Bring your head down onto the blanket. Release the back of your head onto the blanket and let your arms come to your sides, palms up, down by your hips. Constructive rest. Nod your head no. And notice how your neck feels. Come back to center. Press back with your head into the blanket. And release. Take your lower jaw from side to side. Feel how you're working your jaw hinge open. Come back to center with a relaxed jaw and press back with your head. As you press back with your head, bring your fingers up to the back of your neck and feel how the muscles at the base of your skull and along the back of the neck are really activated. Feel in around the back of your ears. Notice all this tissue, even into the side of your neck, and relax. Now massage your fingers into the base of your skull. Really massage deep into that base of your skull. Ah. If there's tension you want to let out, you're muted. You can sigh deeply, as you release the tension. You can nod your head side to side as you massage a tight spot. Really let your fingers dig in. Now, if you have arthritis in your hands and it feels like too much for your fingers, bring in your yoga therapy ball. And everybody can do this if you like. Bring the yoga therapy ball between the two lobes at the base of your skull into that kind of spot that's soft between the two bottom areas of your skull. And place the ball inside that little area and nod no. No to tension over developing here. Let the ball sit between those two lobes and nod no. Notice if one side is more tense than the other. My scoliosis leads me to have a lot more tension in the left side here. So I spend more time on the left side. And once you've kind of found your area of tension, you may want to nod, yes, yes, I want to release this. Yes, I do. Continue to bring the pranamaya kosha to weave in with the annamaya kosha, inviting the breath to help you relax the body, draw in energy into areas that have been stagnant, overly tense. Now bring the ball a little higher on your skull and take it over to the left side and go back and forth. Cross the ball as you nod your head no. And let the ball move down your skull and back up your skull to mid skull. Back down your skull. You may even be able to roll your head out towards your ear and find some tender spots that you want to circle around on top of. This work is very important to help us release tension in the upper trap, in the myofascia of the neck and shoulders. So now take the ball to the right side and nod no, and really try to cross the right side. Move the ball up and down the skull. Let your mind really settle into knowing the body. If you find tender places, the mind can say, hey, why don't we circle right here? So we keep our mana maya kosha engaged in the physical practice of asana. Now release the ball. Let your head rest back. And arms rest to your sides. And again, press the head back. Those neck muscles activate, base of the skull activates, and relax. Now nod the head yes. Yes to releasing this tension, to not having a shortened back of the neck. So you can stay with the gaze straight up towards the sky here if you have any neck injury or issue. If you don't, turn your head at a slight diagonal to the left. So your gaze is still up towards the sky, but you're just turning as if you're going to look over your left shoulder. Just turn halfway and then press back again. So we're getting into the deeper muscles of this upper spine, and we're pressing back to activate those muscles and then release them in case they're hypertonic and always turned on. Now turn a little farther if your neck accepts that, and start very gently pressing back with the head. Notice how muscles activate. If that feels okay to you, if there's no pinching, you can press a little harder. Stay there for a breath or two, because we really want the body to feel those muscles activated. And then release. Turn the head back skyward. Press the head back again. And then relax. Now, when you come into this work with the cervical spine, you want to make sure your head is high enough that your gaze is perpendicular to the floor. You're not looking back over your forehead towards what's behind you. Okay, take your head part way to the right. Press the head back into the floor. Stay there for a breath or two. Now remember, this doesn't mean you have to contract your shoulders up towards your ears. You're just pressing back with the head. Shoulders and hands are relaxed. And release. If it's possible, turn the head a little farther and press back onto that side head. I'm not pressing it all on my ear. I'm just part way over. And release. Come back to center and imagine you can draw a circle with your front nose on the ceiling. Draw the size of a dime, size of a quarter. Draw a little larger and a little larger. You'll feel how you're also massaging the back of your head by drawing a circle on the back of your head. Circle can get as large as is comfortable. And come back to center. Take the circles the other way. Relaxed jaw, relaxed eyes. And let the head rest. Okay, reach for your yoga strap. Bring the yoga strap up over your big toe and pinky toe ball mounts, and let the heel release towards the floor and lift towards the sky. So here we come again. We did Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3 on the wall. Then we did our our Padangusthasana against the wall, where we lifted our foot with our hand. And now we're doing Supta Padangusthasana, lifting the left foot towards the sky. Wrap the strap closer to the foot and lengthen the right leg out. Open the right arm like a wing. Ground the right side of the body and take the left leg out to the left. Concentrate on letting the head rest back with that long neck. And as you are extending out into the strap with the left leg, extend out into the right leg and the crown. Ground the right side body. And now take your jaw left to right again. Releasing tension in the jaw. Take the jaw left to right. Let your Manamaya kosha feel into the jaw. And now relax the jaw as you expand out from the center of your star pose, out through each limb, through the crown. Fluid breath. Invite the prana deep into the pelvis. Make sure you're not hyperextending your lengthening side leg, knee. Exhale back to center. Hold the strap in the right hand, bring the left hand to your hip crease, press down. And take the left foot across to the right. And pendulum the left leg. Head still resting back, jaw relaxed. Now while you pendulum the left leg over here, squeeze your eyes shut. Squinch up all the muscles in your face. Even clench your jaw. tighten your tongue. And now relax face, eyes, jaw, tongue. And see if your hip will move a little farther over to the side. And if you'd like to, use your bolster or your blocks or roll open into your twist. Roll the left hip away from your left armpit. Fluid breath. Invite the breath deep into the intestines. Invite the energy to flow in the abdomen. Invite a stretch and release around all the hammocks of the organs in the internal body. And bring the left hand over to the strap, floating the left leg back to center. Bring the left knee into the left armpit. Half happy baby. Holding the strap tighter or holding the left foot. You may want to open it out to the side, birds of paradise, stretching from your pelvis through both legs. Grounding into the foot that's down the mat. Lengthen the spine up through the crown. And nod your head yes. Still working on a release at the base of the skull. Nod your head no. Come back to center. And take the strap in both hands and very gently bring the arms overhead and see if the leg will follow some distance. Stretching into your scissor, point and flat floint your feet. Moving the toes. Nod nose towards mouth, almost lift from the top of your forehead. Feel your front neck flexors turn on. And rest the head back. Press the head back. Relax the head. Lift both feet towards the sky and switch foot in the strap. Holding the strap. Well, you can pendulum the foot. Let's pendulum the foot first. So your left foot is in constructive rest. Your right leg is going through the pendulum. Your gaze is perpendicular to the floor. Lifting the right foot skyward. Hold the strap in your right hand. Ground the left arm, lengthen the left leg, and take the right foot out to the right. Stretch out through all four corners of both feet. Lengthen both legs out of the pelvis. Lengthen the spine out of the pelvis. Stretch across your wingspan and come back to your three-dimensional breath. Feel for the prana moving through your body. Let the mind observe and help you fine-tune the pose. Feel in towards your intuition. Have you taken the pose open too far? Is there any strain? If there is, listen to your intuition and come slightly out of the pose. Exhale back to center. Take the strap in your left hand, right hand to your hip crease, pressing the hip crease down the mat. Take the right leg across. Fluid breath. Pendulum, the right leg, toe to heel. Breathe deep into any tissue that feels tight, any tissue that's had stagnant energy. Let it know, I feel you. I'm breathing into you. I want you to feel open and alive. Nod your head yes. Nod your head no. Come back to center and tighten all the muscles of your face. And relax your face. And open into your version of the twist. Fluid, three-dimensional breath. Breathe in around your organ. Breathe into the kidneys at your back. Feel for the expansion and release of your lungs. And as you're ready, bring your right hand across to the strap. Float the right leg back to center. Bend the right knee into your armpit. Your. Lengthen the left leg down the mat. And open your right leg to your right side if that's available to you and you want to do it this morning. Fluid, three-dimensional breath. What happens if you bring a smile to your face? Does the pose feel any different? Come back to center. We forgot one here. Hold the strap in both hands. Let the hands open overhead. And if the foot would like to, let it follow. If you have tight or sore hamstrings, this might be contraindicated. Don't do it. Don't strain the hamstring. Float and point the feet. And release your foot from the strap. Bring in your yoga therapy ball. Bring it in under your left buttock and roll back and forth across the buttock. Remember that the spine can tighten at both ends. It can tighten in the shoulder girdle and the base of the skull. It can tighten in the hips. Because these tissues are so interrelated, if your hips are really tight, it may tighten your low back. If your psoas is tight, it may tighten one side of your hips and lumbar spine. If your external rotators and your abductors in the side and back of the pelvis are tight, it can cause tension in the back of the lumbar spine, or one side might be tighter than the other. So we take the ball to our hip and we roll back and forth. And we invite the tissue at both ends of the spine to open. And this itself will help us create more space along the spine so the head can rest back over our shoulders. And extra lumbar curve can release, or scoliosis can open up. Now, having done one side, rest your pelvis on the floor and just notice the difference. Hip to hip, low back to low back. Fluid, three-dimensional breath, mind resting into observation of the pranamaya and annamaya koshas. And then through the mind's efforts, we get to know ourselves better. Because the mind catalogs our sensations, our emotional reactions to the work we're doing, our mental meanderings. You may roll up around the sit bone or out towards the greater trochanter of the hip. Wherever your body intuitively guides you, allow for your own intuition to show you where you need the rolling most. The Yananamaya kosha. And come back to center. And draw one knee into the chest and the other and circle them wide apart and back together again. Take your circles the other direction. Let yourself begin to relax into the hug of gravity, into the fluid movement, inviting the circles to move the prana. Knees together, circle knees together around the perimeter of your sacrum, massaging the tissue. Feel how that massage ripples out into other tissue. Take your circles the other way. We've worked to open the four corners of the torso to create more space in the spine today. Draw the knees into the chest. Really draw them in. Notice if that's a stretch of your lumbar spine. Nod nose towards mouth. And if you don't have a neck injury or severe osteoporosis, come up. Bring your forehead towards your knees. Really feel into lengthening the spine in this tiny seat pose. And then relax out. If you have a pillow under your head, release it, feet to the floor, lift your pelvis. And take a few three-dimensional breaths deep into your torso. Maybe rock your pelvis side to side for a moment. Not so much working the glutes as finding a stretch of the psoas, the hips, the quads. And then as you're ready, lower the pelvis. Draw your bolster in under your knees. Bring a blanket over your body and settle into your shavasana. If you'd like a sandbag over your abdomen, bring that in. If you'd like an eye pillow, bring that in. Do whatever will help you relax into the present moment and in through the sheaths of your body. Move around, wiggle around as much as you need to settle in to your comfortable place. And then invite stillness. Jaw relaxed, eyes relaxed, tongue relaxed. Muscles of the forehead relaxed. Feel for a moment into your physical body, witnessing the effects of the practice. Notice if opening the physical body allows the energy body to expand. To flow more fluidly through the physical body. And breathe into awareness of your mind, observing your mental state. See if your Manamaya kosha can ride now on the waves of your breath. If your mind itself can relax. And imagine for a moment that your wisdom body is sitting beside you, observing all your koshas, smiling over you and through you. What is the connection between you and your intuition? Do you long to be closer? And through the smile of your intuition, enter the Anandamaya kosha, the bliss body, where we share the breath, the life force energy, the beauties and joys of the world, and even the connectedness found in sorrow. We share existence. Gently bring energy back into your fingers and your toes. And deepen the breath. As you're ready, open your eyes. Invite the daylight back in and stretch in whatever way feels good. Take your time. Still aware of all your koshas. Should you slowly maneuver your way back towards the rest of your day? Maybe lift your legs and hands and shake them. Bring yourself a little energy to step back out into the morning. And as you're ready, roll yourselves up to a comfortable seat. Pause for a few breaths. Feel through your sheaths of being. Notice you can contact your Anandamaya kosha, your bliss body. It's always there for us to tap into. Let's inhale our hands to our hearts. May we step into the rest of our week a little more aware of our whole selves and able to see and recognize the whole selves of others. Namaste. And thank you for your practice. Okay.